What are we calling your mothership?
This place?
Oh, yeah. Hey,
or my studio, or my actual meat space room, or do you mean in the game?
No, your studio.
It doesn't really have a name.
All right, I got it. Yeah. All right, guys, it is 8:00 on the West Coast. It's 11:00 on the East Coast. It's time for Building Over Brunch with the mayor of Chicken Caw, coming to you guys directly from the Chicken Caw mayoral mansion. I'm Brad III here in the flag room, and today we're gonna show you guys how to build a couple of things. We're gonna show you how to build a cow killer and how to build a mob drop tower, so you can get leather, meat, XP. It'll give you a lot of advantages moving forward in the game if you've got these things accessible.
I guess we should probably share this link out to the rest of the world, huh?
Nah.
I mean, I'm trying to remember how to copy the YouTube, where the YouTube link copy is. Can't remember. How to do that? Let's see.
It's early. I was
view on YouTube. Late. I got it. Yeah, I've actually, since my little road trip, it kind of wore me out. I'm getting a little old for that kind of stuff.
We're leaving tomorrow morning for Breckenridge for a few days.
Nice.
So I'm expected to be just as laggy on Friday as I am on Monday.
Okay, there it is, posted in the Telegram channel. I think that ought to do it. Oh, I love that screen cap of me going, oh, that's such a good picture. It's very flattering. Okay, so yeah, we're back in game now. Let's see if I making sure I get everything done right. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, we got nobody. We got one person watching. It's probably me.
Elworth will be here in a second.
Yeah, they'll stampede in
right now, and people start trickling in.
Jimmy and Corey may still be on too, so that's possible.
Corey went to the Tuttle Huddle, but Jimmy was still talking to Joe, so they may.
Oh, that could be ours. All right, so yeah, basically what we did is when the decision was made to open up a second, I want to go the other way first. To open up a second community cluster, it was decided that it would be a survival world, and right away we in Chicken Caw decided we wanted an embassy in this community cluster. So this plot you're on is the Chicken Caw Embassy in Gratitude. It causes some confusion over the worlds and the kinds of worlds. Basically, Gratitude is like the community cluster, except it is in survival mode. An art vending machine is here, and of course, Brad is here. Anders has his anti-observation plot here. EOS USA, Michael, and a few others. So it's not really well populated yet. Hint, hint. If you have a community of people that follow you and your NFT or crypto work on the internets, you might want to talk to Corey and see if you can get a plot over here. It's gonna suck when you find a creeper in your bed, but it's gonna be harder than doing things in creative mode. But we feel like it's going to be worth it. The good news is we can trade now with other survival worlds, so that's why we're over here developing resources, so we can do that. Brad, come on, now we're going to go down to the lower levels first, since it's nighttime out there. We'll.
I was just checking to make sure.
Oh yeah.
Creepers.
So next level down, and there could be mobs in here. Next level down, this is where we're going to make our giant storage facility. Russ Naden, one of the Chicken Caw 7, he is able to make the item sorters where you just throw stuff in a bin and it all goes where it's supposed to go. He built a huge one under the floor of the transport hub in Chicken Caw. So we're going to want him to do the same thing here, where there will be a pool on the surface, and anything you throw in the pool gets filtered down into this level and sorted into chests. So we don't end up with chests full of stuff, every which way. But right now, it's just whatever I threw in here and whichever order I threw it in here. And this is called the chest monster in Minecraft, by the way. Anytime you start accumulating stuff in chests, and this is what it kind of looks like. So yeah, we're going to go on down further.
I have literally no organization yet.
Yeah, it'll get ahead of you.
Elworth is working on that for us today.
The first thing I did when I got over here is I drove us a mine all the way to the bottom, and in that I found an abandoned mine shaft, which is great because it has lots of wood and other materials in it. So this is the bottom floor. This is level 5 at bedrock. This is where we started mining down here. We have mines running off in all directions. We have a real lava problem down here. So we've had to be creative in our directional tunneling so we didn't get roasted alive. But just one level up here, just a few steps up here at the next level, you can see we've done quite an extensive bit of mining over here. Russ did most of this. If you come over to the right side of the room, this way, Brad, if you can follow where I am, I've got this is zombie spawner number 1, which we are using for gaining XP. There is a spawner inside that room, and we basically safetied it up so that you can stand here, and when mobs spawn, you slashy, you gain experience. And we have 2 of these. There's another one just around the corner. All right, I hear some. What's your experience levels at, Brad?
13.
Have you used one of these before?
No, but we're setting up a spider. We've got 3 spider spawners in our abandoned mine that are all within like 5 or 10 squares of each other.
Well, ghost down. You got a sword with you, right?
Of course.
There you go. Stand down there at the bottom and hacky and watch your XP levels grow. So you're perfectly safe. They can't get you.
All right, so I'm never going home.
Right?
So go ahead and continue showing people what to build. I'll catch up with you in about a half an hour or so.
Yeah, so that's one. Basically, when you find a spawner down in an abandoned mine, that's where you find them in abandoned mines. So if you're in a place that's lots of cobwebs and wood pillars and fences and things like that, that is an abandoned mine. And you will, not only is it good for getting resources right off the ground and out of the walls, but you will occasionally inside them find a mob spawner. And what you can do is build a room around it and a water flow system so that when they spawn, they flow to the bottom corner, and you can safety it up, and you can just stand there and hacky and get all of the experience all the XP that you want. There's another one down this hall. So there are actually 2 of these working zombie spawners, and there's a spider spawner in here somewhere, and now I can't find it. I don't remember exactly where it was.
I've gotten lost in our abandoned mine so many times.
Right.
Like that's what Ilworth and I were talking about yesterday when we were in here for a little bit together. And Ilworth is one of the pride. He's one of the mod team on our Discord, and he's got a good bit of experience in Minecraft. So invited him in here, and he was gracious enough to join and help us build. But that's one of the hardest things, is that I keep losing the spider spawners. And I was fortunate enough that I found them while mobs were off. So they're all lanterned up and turned off. Yep, they're all safetied up. But I'll go every once in a while and just be like, we need to set that room up. Where are we at? Damn it.
Raj, guys, your stream is clashing, or is that deliberately competing with Jimmy? No, Jimmy's gone on over an hour.
Jimmy's run overtime.
Jimmy's running into our time now. So we'll handle that. But anyway, so if you're really lucky, you get 2 spawners that are less than, I think it's 64 blocks away from each other, and you can tunnel them together, and both will spawn at the same time. So you make your safety spot between them, and all the mobs will filter down to you. Unfortunately, this one is about 85 blocks from the other one, so there was no way to put them together like that.
And see, we've got 3 right there within 50 or 20 blocks of each other.
That's money right there. Yeah.
It's going to be just...
Yep. So all right, so let's see if I can remember where we'll just go back up the stairs, and I'll fly around and show you some other stuff that we got going on here. So anyway, this is the lower levels, and all of this is connected to the other builds that are going on. We just have to open up those tunnels so that it's a little more visible down here. But basically all the work that you see down here was done by myself and Laugh Track 11 and Russ. So it's just been the 3 of us over here so far. And up top here, sugarcane farm, and this is an automatic cactus farm. What we're using it for, you can use cactus to power smelters, and that's good for XP. If you don't have any other way to get XP, is anything you cook. If you can build a redstone start system on the smelters, then you can stand in front of them anytime you open the chest to pull stuff out. You get all the XP from that. So, but what we're using it for is white dye. We're going to be using the cactus to make bone meal in a composter, and then white dye, because we're going to build a massive pyramid over here, and it's going to be white. And the cheapest white material is white concrete. So sand plus gravel plus white dye gives you white concrete. powder, and then you wet it to make it hard. And that's one of our 2 XP. Now, interestingly, this one is not producing as much bone meal as I had hoped it would. The best return for bone meal is actually melons. So without any way to automate them, I'm just coming in here a couple of times a day and hacking down all the melons and then putting them in a composter. It's my little auto composter here. So you can basically feed material in the top, and it feeds into the composter and then outputs out the bottom. And right now it's just making bone meal for us. So that's what we're doing there. Little tree farm. This is what it's good to see people in survival world that are learning this. Basically, one sapling. We had one oak sapling, and now we have this grove of nonstop oak trees over here. It's a solid wall of oak trees. So and the trees grow pretty fast, so it's no big deal for us to grow as much wood as we want. Off in the distance there, that is a mob drop tower. Essentially, there's a chamber up top that's completely dark with water flow system in it, and mobs hatch out in that, and then they drop down to the bottom, and they take a lot of damage, but not fatal damage, and you can stand down there and collect XP from the mobs that hatch out in there. That would be creepers and skeletons and zombies and spiders. So lots of gunpowder, lots of other materials that we're getting that way. Yeah.
I fell off your platform.
Yeah, that's fine. The reason I left it low is because there are some drowned here, and we don't want you to get eaten by an underwater zombie if you can avoid it. So,
but yeah, that's tower and the auto farms we will be featuring in future videos for you guys. So is there no way to auto harvest pumpkins and watermelons? There is, but it requires redstone and observers, and since we don't have any way to get to the Nether and get quartz back, we can't make some of the components we would need for those. But basically, so once the Nether's up and running, we'll be able to get those observer sees melon grow, automates piston. Piston runs, knocks down the melon, and then collects it. With a cart system underneath the farmland. So definitely makeable, but not until we have a source of redstone. So I made a little safety chamber in here, so you can actually come in here. You can come in here. I didn't realize I forgotten I did this. What is your sea monster over there in the distance? I'll get there and show you in a minute. But anyway, this is how you harvest the XP. Basically, you can stand here all day and waiting for mobs to drop. Now, what you don't want to do is make eye contact. If there's a creeper in here and you get so he can see your eyes, he will go off and blow up the thing. So basically, what I've been doing is I just stand under here and go AFK, and except for server resets. I just wait and then get up here, and with one sweep of the sword can pick up 3 or 4 levels of XP. This is why I wanted mobs turned on. Like when Corey and I had long arguments about this because he hates creepers. It's like, well, you can safety up from creepers, but you're missing a realm of ways to get experience. That on the horizon there is an iron farm that isn't yet working. It's from 2 designs, and we couldn't get either one to work properly. So I'm going to have to drop back to 10 and punt on that one. So yeah, do you want to see let's see, you wanted to see the sea monster here. Yeah, I keep seeing this sea monster off in the distance, and I'm really impressed with what you guys have done in survival in a short time. Oh, these are automated farms. Did you see how these work? Yeah, you've seen these because you have one now, right? Yeah. Yep. Yeah, you came over and built me one, and then also Ilrith came in and built a cascading one underground for us. Also, guess what we're not talking about yet? What aren't we talking about yet? What did I miss? We haven't talked about cows or anything yet. Bamboo. Where did you get bamboo? Yep. We have bamboo. I have flags. We should talk. Wandering Trader had a bamboo stalk. So we have bamboo over here now. And there's no jungle anywhere in this server. So it was just dumb luck that Donna found a Wandering Trader and got us some bamboo. So we are now there is some jungle over on London, isn't there? I don't know. I don't know about that. All right. So what we should do is I should just fly over there and I'll TP you there. This is the VIP power right here. So yeah, first thing that you should notice is this is made completely of kelp blocks, blocks of kelp that rust started growing down inside this chamber. And so all of this is, oh, look at the guardians. Haha. This is how we're going to make sea lanterns. This guardian farm is going to be converted eventually. Or this underwater temple will be a guardian farm.
and then we can make sea lanterns to feed
Oh no!
Corey's addiction. Oh no, are you getting killed?
I am being murdered. This guardian is
Oh,
murking me. I'm getting
jeez.
out of the water. It's
Oh
okay.
God, yeah.
I didn't know that's what they did.
Yep, and it's a telepathic beam, so the your weapons don't usually work against them. This is another reason I want a trident, so I can get over here and murk these guys, and
Right.
I'll convert that temple into an XP farm, basically not a guardian farm that drops prismarine scales and one other thing, and you can buy those and you can make sea lanterns. So I will have the market cornered on Corey's sea lantern addiction in survival world. Oh man, they're right under us too, aren't they?
Yeah.
This
They
little
followed
fuckers.
me.
Oh, that was stuck in a boat.
Oh hell.
Oh, he's not stuck in the boat. I wish he was stuck. Maybe he is. I think he's stuck in the boat.
He's still able to fire his telepathic beam and murk me though.
Yeah, that's not cool.
I'm hiding.
There we go. So I got, what did I get? That's prismarine crystals and prismarine shards. So when you make a guardian farm, those two things combine to make sea lanterns. So if I'm cranking those out, I can make sea lanterns for sale or trade. And sea lanterns are one of the rarest items in the game in survival mode. There's only a finite number of them, and unless you have silk touch, you break them every time you use them. So this is. Oh, don't go over the edge. Wait, let's see. I'm trying to think if this is a safe way to get you off of there.
Oh no, it's fine. I'll swim back up.
Okay, did you go down? Yeah.
Yeah, I was in a boat.
Yeah, so that's what he did. He grew all this kelp. He grew all this kelp so he could make the giant the kraken.
That's phenomenal,
right? I mean, this is Russ. This is kind of shit he does. And around the corner here, let's see. I think he's got a little. Yeah, he's got a cooking station to cook the kelp down into kelp blocks. Oh, he's cooking kelp right now, and that'll output into kelp, dried kelp. Kelp blocks makes a really cool building material. And then just a little bit out this way, it opens down into that massive chamber we were in before. So as you can see, we've connected all these. We've connected all these from one point to the other. There you go. That's that big giant floor down here at level, where are we at? 6, 10. Yeah, our goal is to get all the diamonds.
We share common goals.
It's kind of catacombs over here. You could end up.
You know, this is great. Is this eventually gonna, once you've got it mined out, are you gonna build anything fun down here?
We don't have a plan for it yet. We still got all the chicken cotta to build, right? This is just sort of an outpost.
Right.
No beacons till we can get to the end. That's so we won't be able to super fast mine it out or anything like that. But yeah, so this is what we've been doing. I'm going to go ahead and get myself over to the rail prototypes. I'm sorry, I'm like on a quarter speed today. I'm just not feeling fantastic today. Let's see, rail prototypes 4672, and I'll TP you over to me 66525. I think we might need to eventually. We might need to sometimes give you what that didn't work. That's weird. TP. We're gonna have to give you creative power, creative mode when we're doing the show. Oh, connection time down.
That's why the server went down.
Yep. We're gonna have to give you creative mode for when we're doing the show, so you can fly around and see things. If we're showing stuff off, that's just what we're gonna have to do. Yep. Just a reminder, we are in beta or alpha. Late alpha, early beta mode. Yeah, I can't connect. So what's your plan for your plot over there? Just to sort of, you've got your ravine that you covered now. I lost your audio.
We've got the ravine covered. We're about to a point to where storage and farming is going to be underground. We've got dug down a couple of levels. We've got about a third of the overall space that we're going to end up with underneath there. So we're starting to move everything down, and we're getting ready to finish clearing the top up there, and then we're going to start building. And we're putting together. I'm gonna have to drop quite a bit of wax on QR code links and a couple other things because we're building the same thing in the game that we've been building on our Discord server, which is basically, I refer to it as the NFT university, but it's
Right.
basically we're trying to put together an area where we can showcase different creators in the space, different projects in the space, and provide links and access to resources for people that are newer to NFTs, that are coming to the space through this project, similar to how our Discord came to be,
Right.
because that's how we started the Discord, was to give people that were new to Top Shot uh, some tools and some clues on how everything works and how to navigate the marketplace. Just because when you come in, it's not necessarily intuitive, and it's
It's
a whole
not.
new
Yeah.
space. And so many people are coming from places, like Top Shot, where it's just Top Shot's easy. You go in, you have a Gmail address, you go to the website, you click give me an account, you put in your credit card, and you're buying NFTs. It's very
Right.
simple.
Right.
But it's also driving a lot of interest to other areas like Wax, OpenSea, and so forth, where it's okay. This takes a lot more work, and I just lost $40 somehow into the net ether because I have
That
no
can be
idea what I was doing.
anxiety inducing for sure.
Yeah, so we're just trying to give people that are new to the space a leg up and open their eyes on how to navigate the world.
It was good timing us coming over here at night. I don't know if you hear where the mobs are is underneath us, because there's a space, like a too high space underneath us on this little island. So that's why there are mobs hatching out underneath. All right, so let me basically show you what's what here. This I'm going to walk onto the center of this this rail plot. This is a 50 by, these are all 50 by 50s, the same size
And
as the ones that have been sold.
for those of y'all that are wondering what we're doing, these are the prototypes for the rails that are going to be built in Gratitude and Chicken Ka.
Yes. Well, Chicken Ka, we already have the old style rail. We may go ahead and upgrade to these, but none of us really want to work that hard at it. Just
Oh,
this
I mean
minute.
Gratitude and Swineland.
Right, and future servers as well. Now, this is a prototype. This does not mean this is the final adaptation. I'm going to show you two things here. We got another style off in the distance that Gary made last night, and we're going to decide probably between those few things. So, but essentially, this is a 50 by 50 intersection plot, and what's special about it is that I'm out of I'm out of creative mode now. Yeah, I'm actually gonna have to freaking fight for my life here. That's how it looks. Come to me, Papa. Boom, gotcha. Oh, did you just get creepered?
I did. But you've got the blocks protected. The only reason I was even messing with the creepers because I didn't want him to blow up the rail. But
I didn't know we had blocks protected. That's good to know.
Yeah, no damage.
Huh. Okay, so I'm going to do aerial though because I want to show this off. Do you want creative for a few minutes so you can fly around as well?
Yes. Threaten me with a good time.
All right, you should be good to go there. So essentially, the rail system as it currently exists in the rest of the Uplift has two rails on each side of the 50, one for local and one for intermediate. We decided that we wanted to do something that would go from spawn all the way to the outer edge of the map and all the way to the corners of the map without any other. Oh yeah, Donna's reminding me I can make it daytime. I'm good like this. Anyway, so this inside
really cool at night, and it shows off what you guys are doing with the lighting and everything.
Yep,
else.
This inside rail will be express, meaning it only goes from spawn to the outer edges of the map. That's the only place it will stop. And the idea is to create a cart collection system because of the problem we're having with so many rail carts. So the middle line will be intermediate. That means there will be a station for these every 1,000 blocks. That's one community cluster size square. And then the inside rail will be for local traffic, and there'll be a stop for those every 50 blocks. So every plot will actually have one of these cart turnouts. Now, we thought about making a fancy system that has like a hopper and a hopper and a chest that collects the carts. But frankly, if we do that, then nobody else can pick them up, right? Because if somebody owns this rail plot, they're the only person who can open a chest on this rail plot. So what we did is we made it so that when you hit the cart, when you hit the cactus, the cart picks up and goes right back into your inventory again. So all you got to do to continue on is just put it on the next track, put your cart down, and keep surfing. Sort of like being a skateboarder. Of course, this one doesn't actually go anywhere because we haven't done that much yet. Yeah. But that's the idea. And so what you'll want to do is if I know I'm going 1,000 blocks to somebody's property, I'll just ride the middle rail until I get close to it. And at that corner, I'll then get onto the inside local rail and hop the 50s, like riding a local bus to my eventual destination. So what we're going to do is like north and westbound travel on one side, south and eastbound travel on the other. And at each intersection, you can see that the express bypasses these intersections by going right over the top of them with no stops in both sets of directions, east, west, and north, south. Had to go one above the other, so that one flows straight through, and the east-west ones go up and then back down again. And when you get to the outer corner of the world, which I believe is where this one is, yeah, nope, that's I went at the wrong end of this of the cycle. I'm gonna fly down the other way. Don't pay no attention to the yellow wool. That's what I use for measuring devices. That's how I graph out how many blocks things are. Because these you want to get them exact. They got to be exactly 50 by 50, or you end up if there are only 48 long and you put 10 of them in a row, now you're off by 48 blocks on somebody's plot when you get to the other end. So we want to make sure everybody gets a full rail plot. So yeah,
but you'll end up with your cart stoppers.
Right. So you can see the mesh that indicates the edge of the world right there. That's the black and blue striping. So this is a cart return at the end of the world. So the express line will pop out here, and then you'll be able to hop down and get on the express that goes the other direction, right off into the distance to the corner. So the only place there will be plots like this will be at the outer edges and corners, but the rest of them will all be connected by intersections and long straights like this. And now this is the other thing that we wanted to make sure we did. We realized now that we put some people out where there were absolutely no trees and no way to get wood, no way to get things they needed. So every single plot now has 2 trees on it. Every single rail plot has 2 trees and a chest. And the chest is going to contain the basic items, some wooden tools, a few pieces of food, maybe some other random odds and ends. But the other thing is, notice that this is all dirt right here. This is all farmable land. If you were to knock down this, you get grass seeds, which means you could grow wheat right away. And we wanted to make it possible for people starting off to have some basic needs met when they spawned into the world. We wanted to make it tough, but we think we might have made it a little too tough on people that had never played Minecraft before.
Well, like having the green space on it as well. It makes it more of a more of a boulevard, more of a parkway. It looks better.
Yeah. Well, even the old ones had the grass verges, but nobody knew what to do with those, right? So that's part of the learning process, though, is figuring out that if I hit enough of these, I'm going to pop up some grass seeds, and when I do, I'll have what I need to. There you go. I think it was grass seed just popped up there. I will have a way to plant wheat as long as I can right click on this with a hoe and make it arable farmland. Any plot now, you'll be able to at least make a basic start on survival mode. And underneath them, this is kind of a cool trick. I did this on purpose. Anywhere they cross land, there's a 2 block gap before 0 level. So this is an amazing mob spawner down here where it's completely dark underneath. Look.
Oh, jeez.
So if you're lucky enough, and I say lucky enough to have
turtles
land under your rail plot, you will be able to right away start harvesting mobs for gunpowder and string, which you need to make a bow and arrow and fishing rod and all that other good stuff. So there you go. That's
if you let a creeper blow up the rail, you have to fix it.
That's right. Yep. And I think rail damage is. I'm surprised we didn't have block damage turned on. Look at this.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's a little busy over here in the dark. I love this stuff, I'm like, I'm running. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Slaying zombies. Let's see, Raj, guys. not to shill at all, honest, but did you know that BBC are doing Doctor Who NFTs and you can buy using PayPal credit cards for crypto? I did not know that. That's pretty cool. That's a good point. What's with all the carts full of dynamite traveling around? Yeah, here's the thing. There are people that are griefing in the server, and we're wide awake to it, and we're doing everything we can to make sure that doesn't continue. There was a thing where rail carts were spontaneously booting into the world, but the dynamite carts, there's people doing that. And if you see somebody doing that, you need to let us know so we can hit them with the ban hammer and be done with that. Your ability.
The only way to keep griefers out is to make the game invite only, and that will severely inhibit growth, and none of us will have any fun. So right now we just kind of have to deal with them, and as they crop up, knock them off.
Yeah, and let me just say, your ownership of an NFT does not guarantee your entry into the world. So if you want to make it impossible for you to add value to your own NFTs by getting in here and building cool stuff, okay, you're welcome to sell them on the secondary market or hold them forever. But we can ban you from the world, and we will do so. So let's make sure we all understand that that's not no bueno.
Video game and every platform.
Yeah,
I know plenty of people that have PlayStations that aren't allowed to access the PlayStation Network because they did some dumb shit.
Right, and if you like playing with yourself, I guess that's okay. I know I went weird on that one.
That's what she said.
Yeah, but my point being that that we are growing less tolerant of that. Like yesterday's shenanigans really annoyed us. We've been having a peaceful, really kind of wonderful ceremony every Sunday morning in the server for a year and a half, and to have somebody come in and disrupt that yesterday for the second or third time in as many weeks after we warned everybody that we'd like to see them be respectful. Some people just aren't going to be respectful, and when we find those people. And it's not an accident, or it's not their first time, or they just got over exuberant. Bye. We're gonna say goodbye to those folks, and they can argue with us later about whether they can come back in. So, and I hate spending any time on that at all. I don't want to spend any of my time worrying about who did that. But
it's real simple. I mean, it's a community. Either contribute to it or don't be a part of it.
Yeah, that's correct, Sue. We're not sure. There's a known bug, cart spawning. There's a reason it happens, and I think they know the reason it happens, but I don't know if they know that they have a permanent fix for it yet. But the thing with the dynamite cars, yeah, that's not normal. That's somebody doing that. They're putting carts of dynamite on the rails, and that's
fun. That's what I did during the stress test, but that's also not in-game behavior. That's
right. That's at the end of an hour, we reset everything, and because believe me, people had poured lava all over builds in the old historic district, and we had a little bit of, but just being able to flip a switch and turn it back means turning back anybody else's work they've done on their own plot in the meantime. We certainly don't want to have to do that. But yeah, let's not talk about that anymore because those people are assholes. All right, so I'm going to fly up real quick here. You may notice that floating in the sky, Gary, who's one of the amazing team members, does a lot of work with he takes the best photos. He's Boyd. When you go look at the Boyd plot and see all the amazing builds, this is Gary that did a lot of that. The idea is that instead of the rails running side by side like they do down on the plots that I made, they would run vertically one above the other. And the reason this might be advantageous is Dr. Wayne can create a sub-region that's what we got, like 4 wide, 5 wide, and 15 high, where nobody can mess with the rail.
Okay.
In other words, they would make those lockout regions like sub-regions over the top. Everything else would function normally. You could have access. You could do anything you wanted with the rest of the whole plot, but it would actually make it physically impossible to tamper
in these two areas
with the rail portion, right there and at the other side. So that just came up like after I had spent 15 hours designing this system. Gary came in and like, oh, let's do this. And it was like, oh, dude, that probably works. I don't know how this would work in the intersection mode. We have to, I have to make an intersection so we can see how it would parse with that. But essentially,
just looking at it, the easiest way would probably be to space these out a little bit further and just have them cross at different heights through the intersections.
Yeah. Make one bump up and one bump down by 3, which would leave more room for crossing. Yeah, but I haven't done it yet. And until you do it, you find all sorts of little niggling little things you hadn't thought about. So that's what's up with the railroad prototypes. And as I said, this is prototyping. We haven't decided on what we're going to do, but essentially the next iteration of these rail plots, they will have some materials on them for those that are stranded completely over the ocean and can't make any progress. But we don't want to discourage people from making trade deals, like from figuring out how to trade what you have on your plot for what somebody else has on their plot. We really want that to be a concept that moves forward. Having a functional economy in the game, we think, is going to be pretty spectacular. So this big giant pad over here is where there's eventually going to be a giant pyramid here. The embassy pyramid itself is going to be on this plot.
Just a quick question in relation to the trade and the building of the economy. Like, I know that these rail plots are going to be providing renewable resources, but are they going to be biome specific as the rail plots cross through different areas of the maps?
We hadn't thought that far ahead. We were just going to paste them in with the chest that has some basic tools in it, and go from there. Is that what you asked? Because I was kind of reading the comments at the same time.
Oh no, I was asking the plant life. Is it going to be biome specific as the rails are crossing through? So like if we're say we've got the rail crossing through a jungle, you throw some jungle trees in there. If it's crossing through the tundra, you throw some spruce in there or some fir. That way it's biome specific and then creates the need to trade the saplings back and forth to be able to grow out your forest.
That's how it ought to work. All right. So did you see where I went to over here? I flew over to the island. I can TP over there.
Side of the,
Yep. I love my render distances because I can see all the way to where you are from here. So this is the entirety of the embassy plot right here. This is the little island I'm on right now. It's called Kawimoda Island because the first night we had this, he came over and helped me mine out this little island and get it started. So what we're going to do now, we're going to make I'm glad Lisa Chandler doesn't watch our show. We're going to make an entity crushing cow killer. Only 24 entities can be in a block at the same time. So if you put more than 24 entities in a block at the same time, one of them dies and it drops whatever it normally drops. So if we make an entity crusher and we put cows in it, we feed the cows. Every new cow that's born, an adult cow, meets its demise. And that's a great way for you to store up steak and leather. And we're going to make one of those.
A decent way to gather XP. Every cow you kill gives you a little tiny bit.
I don't know if you get it when they entity crush. I can't remember.
Oh, really?
If it does an XP drop or not. All right, so I'm gonna do this right out here, and I'm gonna do it in creative mode because I just imagine yourself doing a lot more digging than I'm doing here. Essentially, what we want to do is we want to come down. I think we want to go one more, so we want to be down 3. We'll give ourselves a little more room to work down here. And we're going to put chest and a double chest. And then we're going to put on top of it 2 hoppers. Actually, I think we only need 1 hopper. So now, if you put a hopper down, the way you're facing is the way the spout will run. So if you are trying to put a hopper into the top of something, you're going to crouch and place the hopper, and now you can see that the hopper flows down. If you don't do it that way, basically it'll run sideways. It'll run towards whatever solid object is you're facing. So that's how we're doing that part. Okay, now, do I need anything else here? I think I can just.
It took me a few days to figure out the hoppers on my little auto creator for my bone meal. Because I didn't know that you had to crouch, so I built it 3 times. And it's like, why isn't this working?
Yeah, and I did this not deep enough. I need to go down 1 more. Sorry.
Oh, no worries.
Giving away my
so
trade
what we're
secrets.
doing is we're trying to get the cows to stand on top of the hopper, and then we're just going to feed them and feed them and feed them and feed them and feed them.
Correct.
And they're going to keep giving us leather and meat.
Oh, look at this! I'm down into the room underneath now. Oopsie. Oh. Okay, so
this is why we do the build videos in creative, y'all.
Creative mode.
Otherwise, it would have been 20 minutes walking back.
Yep, pretty much up and down the stairs. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and place our chests in the bottom. You join them together by crouching and hitting the side. All right, and then we're going to place our hopper right on top. facing directly down. Now we want to take away any space that is next to. We want to leave it so we get into the chest, but we want to make sure that we're making a. What am I doing wrong? There we go. We're making a one hole size thing. So this works because we can still get the chest open to get stuff out of it. Okay. And that leaves us should leave us 1 cubic hole in the top. Now, if you're doing this in the open, the most challenging part of your day is going to be trying to get the cows down in there. It's like trying to nudge cows until they fall in without falling in the hole yourself. If you fall in the hole yourself, it's too high. You can't get out without breaking some blocks around you. It can be a really it's the most frustrating part of the process is getting the cows down in there. But what we're going to do, we're gonna make a chute basically. And if you've ever been on a cattle ranch, you'll recognize what we're doing here. Is we're going to make it so the cows can only go to one inevitable place.
Yeah, just run a little corral right around there.
That's it. Now, I'll tell you what I probably could use is I'm going to grab some wheat. I think I'm going to grab some wheat.
Well, you're creative.
Yeah, I did that. I just wanted to just get this done fairly quickly without having to. It's not like I'm one of those professional Minecrafters.
From what I've seen on the YouTube videos, even the quote unquote professional Minecrafters will do their build videos in creative.
Some do, yeah. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to waterlog the bottom of this pit that we've made. All right. Notice how the water stands in there, even though it seems to us in physics like it has open sides. And now we're going to open this gate. And we're going to
drop the water.
What's that?
Did you drop the water?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now we just got to get them down, go down in the hole. That's the plan. Gee, maybe I should have just let one in, huh? Well, as long as we can get two in the hole,
we can get started.
Yep. It's not confusing at all. Come on. Oh, almost had you. And if I can't make this work, I'm just going to give up on Minecraft. There we go. I got one in there.
There we go.
Okay, we got one.
This is the beauty of doing things live, y'all. We don't have a magic edit button.
That's exactly right.
One in there. Are there two in there yet?
Yep, now we got two. Okay, so I'm going to do some killing. Oh, I killed the ones that were in the hole. Well, let's do it this way. Let's only let a couple in, and then you close the gate. Can you close the gate now?
Yeah, draw them back out, and we'll... There we go. Gate's
all right.
Closed. You got 4 in there? 3. All right, there's 3 in there.
That's fine. Oops, now I fell in the hole. This is one of the most frustrating things to do in Minecraft. This and villagers, getting villagers to go where you want them. That'll make you crazy.
Now, could you leash them and pull them over the hole? Would they fall in it?
You know, I don't know. I don't have a lead on me. Oh, there's one down. All right, let's go. Boom. There's 2 down. Okay, now we're going to put a fence section over that. Okay, now we're good to go. Now this one's got to go. Sorry, cow. Oh, I killed the other 2 as well.
Yep.
Man,
It's definitely morning.
I suck. All right, I'm gonna give up on this. Here's what you're gonna do once you get the cows in the hole.
We
And I
showed
get to
y'all how
meet
to build the hole, how to get the cows in the hole. We don't actually have cows in the hole, but the next step is really easy and doesn't
the
necessarily
next
look
step is you
visually.
basically feed them. You feed them, and when they breed, as you know, if you feed each of 2 cows some straw, they make baby cows. And anytime a new baby cow is born into a space, a 1 cube space where there's 24 cows, the 25th one dies. And so what will happen then is the meat and the leather, the drops from that cow, will end up down here in the bin underneath. So there you go. That's how you would make an automatic calculator, and you wouldn't have to do anything to it except feed the cows. So basically, you would stand over the hole and right click on wheat to feed them. So there you go. Yes, there are cows spawn eggs, but I was trying not to cheat, but I'm cheating anyway. It's crazy. Right, that's it. I'm officially starting a Minecraft animal rights campaign to teach cows to harvest Greg's. Yeah, I've been harvested many times by things in Minecraft. So go ahead. You'll want to get Lisa Chandler's phone number there, Raj, because she's the other person that doesn't like our nefarious cow cooking ways. There are also cow farms that will cook the meat for you. After the drop, it passes through lava and cooks into the meat and goes into the chest cooked, which is pretty cool. Yeah. So you get the gist. Basically, you're going to make the hole deep enough that you can waterlog it, and they won't pop out the top. And you feed them, and as you feed them, they multiply. Once you get to 24, anything above that kills a cow, and you'll hear it as you're feeding them. You'll actually hear the sound of the cow going "Rrr," and dying, and you'll know that you're producing beef and leather to the bin below. Ta-da!
Nice. No, that's phenomenal. That's an unlimited source of food and leather.
Pretty much, as long as you got wheat, you're good to go. As you can see from our automated farming system over there, we got plenty of wheat. All right, what else do we want to do?
Let's see. I'm reading through the comments. Derain's stream says that when it comes to full automation without doing anything, they think it shouldn't be allowed. I disagree there because it's a fully renewable resource. All it's doing is it's not doing anything that you wouldn't be able to do on your own. Like if you've got something that magically creates diamonds out of thin air, then of course that's going to be disallowed because those are a finite resource that you have to mine out of the ground. But when it comes to trees and cows and plants,
Right.
it's just saving a couple of steps.
I will tell you though that entities cause server lag. So people that build 8 million, a chicken farm that makes 8 million chickens is going to be a problem, right? So you want to make sure that if you're doing a thing like this, that it's actually harvesting the entities and they're going into chests. That's what keeps the server lag down. So just like when Anders first started, he had that giant chamber underground that had 8,000 cows in it. Mm-hmm. That's a no-no, right? But if it was harvesting those cows and making them into meat and leather, that's not a problem, as long as it's sort of a pass-through load and not just a constant load on the server.
Yeah, so the auto harvesters are actually better for the game.
Yeah. Now I agree with you about things that make finite resources. Which iron farms are questionable. We're gonna have to see where that goes. We're building one so we can have one that works, and we know it works. But they may decide that iron farms are not cool. But there's absolutely zero redstone in our iron farm, so it's not like it will be having machines that run all the time.
Right.
And have wheat, make bread. Yum yum. That's true. But you can't make leather for books to make enchantments. With wheat, right? So they're like
saddles, or
right. The things that we get as drops from some of these mobs are important for other things, like no mobs, no slime, no sticky pistons, no machines that use sticky pistons. So there's lots of ways that we want to make sure we take advantage of all the mobs that are here and what they can drop for us.
Right.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, Brad. I'm ready to wrap up. If you are, as I said, I've been extremely tired since our little trip, and I think I need to go find myself some couch space and curl up in a ball.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
And get some rest.
So, guys, we're gonna close out about 10 minutes early here, and we'll see you guys next Monday, where we're gonna build. We'll figure that out. Probably.
What didn't we build today? Maybe we'll make you a mob drop tower. Maybe we'll make you one of these.
We could do that. We could also look into auto farms. We try to pay attention to the Telegram and the Discord chats. But if you guys have something specific that you're stuck on or you're wanting to figure out how to do, feel free to shoot me a DM throughout the week, and we'll put it on our idea board and could potentially build what you guys are trying to look to see.
Let me say this too, while we have everybody's attention. The probe lands dropped overnight. People are getting their plots in the world. And I think we're probably a day or two away from other lands being deployed, so people will be able to get into the game. That means a lot of new folks are going to get into the game that are going to be disoriented and not know how to navigate. And I would like for everybody that's watching our stream, you're in the stream because you know about us. You're in the stream because you care about the uplift. So we'd like you to commit to helping some noobs out, right? Help some people get settled. Take them a few grass seeds to show them how to grow wheat, or trade them something valuable that they're going to need. Take care of the new people. Let's make sure that they feel welcome, because that's how this grows, right? When they get excited about it, they bring new people in. Now we're off to the races, and we're a burgeoning community, and all of our NFTs will gain in value, and world peace will ensue. Lions and lambs will lie down together, and everything will be great. So please, let's be as helpful as we can to new folks that are coming into the game. Be cranky about it, but be helpful.
Yes, it's this entire project is founded on gratitude, and gratitude's an action word. If you're grateful to be here, then help make somebody else grateful to be here.
There it is. Yeah, I don't like. I remember learning, have an attitude of gratitude. No, have actions of gratitude. Yeah. It's not an attitude; it's work, right? So do the work, help other people, and we'll do this again on Monday. I'm sorry, Brad. I'm cutting it short. I'm just.
No, you're good. I've got a couple of things I got to take care of this morning before we start packing for our trip. So.
All right. So yeah, lots going on this week. Lots of new people in the game. Left House might have me on again this week. They've had me on every week the last 3. So we'll talk a little bit about the upcoming Chicken Ka land sale. That's coming up first week of May, and we're super excited about that. We want people to come join us over there. We're building a place people are going to want to live in Minecraft. That's our goal.
So the auction for Chicken Ka is going to start. I believe the current plan is 10% below lowest ask on the marketplace for the Genesis lands.
I actually think it's going to be 25% below.
It might need to be lower than that.
Why?
Have you seen what the initial listings for the lands are? So let's see what lowest ask is right now. Lowest ask on a 50 by 50 is 15,000. Not wax, dollars.
What? That can't be right.
Yeah, there's a 50 by 50 location, 2150, 3450.
Wow. Well, I guess we'll see when we get there. There's going to be a snapshot a couple of days before the auction. The price will be set significantly below that. It will be auctions, and you get to pick your spot, right? It's not random. You'll be able to look at the map and decide where you want to be based on that. You can look at the map, by the way. If you go to the old world 2D map and move all the way out to the west, you'll see Chicken Ka out there. It's a big square with a lot of window painting subdivision in it. And there are some really amazing hints about what's going on in our region on that 2D map if you take the time. So check the box that says Old World on the 2D map website and check us out. You can see what's for sale on the outer ring, and all of the railroad that you can see in Chicken Ka is going to be for sale. So it's going to be crazy. We're pretty excited about it. Awesome. That's going to do it. We good?
Let's cut it off. Yes, sir.
All right. I'm going to hit the button here. We don't have an open. We don't have a close. We're a couple of rookies.
We are.
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of have it open. We'll figure it out.
So we do this every Monday morning, 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific, building over brunch. And I'm Greg. That's Brad. This was his idea. So blame him. All hate mail goes to Brad. All adoration and funny goes to me.
Like I said, if there's something y'all want us to cover, shoot me a DM and we'll take it under advisement and get you guys some instructions on how to make the world work. We're all about teaching a man to fish.
All right, guys. Hey, we can do that. We can make an automatic fishing machine. Do you know that? One. You can do an AFK fishing machine?
Yeah, Elrith built one for me.
Nice. All right, guys. Yeah, just real quickly, Raj. Yeah, land plots without probes being launched in a couple of days. Yeah, imminently within very, 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 very soon is how I would characterize the timetable for that. We're out of
Thanks
here.
everybody for dropping in. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye, guys.